Good morning. Let's begin our practice today in Sukhasana, cross-legged seat. Nestle in, wriggle in, sitting equally on both sit bones, spine is tall. Allow the hands to rest in your lap. And if you're comfortable, allow your eyes to blink closed for a moment. And just come here and become aware of your breath. And then begin to deepen your breath with full inhales through the nose. Chest, ribs, belly expand. Full exhales through the nose. Belly, ribs, chest, knit back in. Do a few deep breaths on your own. Full inhale. Full exhale. In today's practice, we're going to focus on two areas that often hold a lot of tension in our bodies. Our shoulders hold the weight of the world, and our hips tend to carry that stress with us. So we're going to work on releasing deep opening of shoulders and hips. So continue a couple more deep breaths on your own. And now we'll begin to layer on some movement. So allow your eyes to blink open and your hands come to your knee. And let's just begin some torso circles, taking a big lean to the right and forward and around. And a couple of circles. And then coming up and taking it in the opposite direction. And the next time you find yourself in the center, let's take some shoulder rolls. So shoulders, big shrug up to the ears and allow the shoulder blades to go down the back. Another couple of big shoulder rolls. Just warming up the muscles. And then take it in the opposite direction. Maybe it feels a little different, a little less freedom of movement. Nevertheless, take those rolls. And now, bring your arms in front of you, shoulder height, crisscross the arms and place the palms together. We're going to do a couple of seated cow-cat movements. So draw the fingertips in toward your body, round the spine, tuck the chin, and then extend the arms straight out again, maybe just a little bit up, maybe gaze up toward the sky, and then rounding and tucking, and then extending. Crisscross the arms the other way for two more. Round, extend, and round, and extend. Releasing the bind of your hands, reaching up toward the sky. Take your right hand down by your side to the earth, and take the left hand up and over, reaching from the fingertips of the left hand down through the sit bone, really reaching. Finding that space in the side body for some extra opening, extra breath. Inhaling back to center, take that in the opposite direction. Length on the right side. Coming back to center, open to a twist to the right. So fingers down in front and in back. And then let's just lean our right ear to the shoulder, lengthening the neck. Maybe the chin comes down a little toward the chest. Couple of deep breaths here. Then coming back to center, take that twist to the opposite direction and lean toward your back shoulder. Lean the head, chin a little bit toward the chest. And then coming back to center, let's just rock our way forward. So shift the body weight forward, coming on to hands and knees, and then unwinding your legs. So now you're in table position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Fingers spread wide anytime we're on our hands. Inhale, torso and arms rise. We're going to do a little flow here. So make sure your knees are about hip distance apart. And we're going to exhale, press the hands forward, lean back. Keep a straight line from your knees to your shoulders. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hips down and back toward your heels, reaching the arms forward. This is child's pose. And then inhale, unwind, and allow the belly to come to the earth. Cobra. And then inhale, rising back up. Exhale, back to table. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lean back, press forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, child's. Inhale, belly softens to the earth. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, peeling up. Exhale, table. Two more on your own, at your own pace, without my cueing, just flow. Listen to your body and your breath for the pace. And the next time you find yourself in table position, pause there and we'll all meet up. So again, when we're having our hands on the mat, we want our fingers spread wide, weight distributed between the balls of your thumb, index finger, and pinky finger. So not so much in your wrists, more in your forward part of your hand. Tuck the toes, and we're going to slowly unwind our way, or untuck our way into down dog. So knees come up off the earth, a couple of inches, and then we press the hips up. Feel the lift in the lower abs, and press the hips up. So lengthen first the torso, fingers to hips, pressing up. And once the torso is long, then begin allowing the heels to pedal toward the earth. So we're coming into an inverted V shape. It doesn't matter if your heels are on the earth. Just pedal them in that direction. And your weight is evenly distributed between your hands and your feet. And after you've pedaled here just a little bit, pause where your body goes, lengthening, heels toward the earth, pressing into the balls of your fingers, and just breathe. Couple of deep breaths. Then we're going to take our right heel toward the sky. We're going to do a couple of three-legged planks. So on your exhale, shift forward over your wrists, keeping the leg elevated. And then inhale, back up. So really flex the back foot, become active with the quad, the whole leg. Inhale, exhale forward, and inhale back up. Once more, exhale forward, inhale back up, reach toward the sky, and then tuck, bring the knee toward your nose, round the spine, and plant the shin across the top of your mat, behind your hands. Lengthen the left leg back. We're in the beginnings of our pigeon shape. So first let's work with the strength of it. Walk the hands toward your hips and draw the knees energetically toward each other so you feel really strong in your thighs. You feel that lift of the core, and maybe your hands will peel off the mat. And once you're comfortable here, pause for a moment, feeling that strength of your hips, that stability in your foundation. And then you might take your right hand, fingertips to the earth, like right in the center in front of you. Bend the left knee, flex the left foot, and wrap your hand around the ankle. So you can open the shoulder, the left shoulder, and draw the left heel in toward your bottom. Maybe if you're really comfortable here and stable, you can let the right arm float up. And in all of this sequence, settling with your breath, so smoothing your breath. Exhale, allowing your hand to come back down to the earth, your foot to come back down. And just a brief moment here, we'll take our forearms to the earth, coming into reclined pigeon. So you can take it all the way down, forehead to the earth, or you can just pause part way down like I'm doing. Check in that you're sitting equally on both sit bones. You're not leaning toward one side or the other, but you're right. The weight is distributed right down through the center. And just release here. Then we're going to slowly press back up. And let's step into our down dog. So just place both feet toward the back of the mat. Lengthen the torso again. And then reach the left foot toward the sky. Flex the foot, get really strong with that leg, and then exhale, shifting forward over your wrist, three-legged plank. And then inhale back up. Exhale forward. Inhale back up. Once more, exhale forward. Inhale back up. This time bend the left knee, round the spine, tuck, bring that knee toward your nose and plant the shin across the top of your mat. Lengthen the right leg back. And then slowly walk your hands back toward your body. Find the strength. Energetically, your knees are drawing toward each other. You're finding the strength in your thighs. And then allow your hands to float up off the mat and breathe. And then maybe take your left fingertips right in front of you by your knee and bend the right leg. Wrap your hand around the ankle of your right foot. Flex that foot and draw it in toward your body. And settle your breath here. You can also point the toes. It's really not so important as long as you have a nice stable position. And then maybe you can let your left arm float up off the earth. No matter what you're doing, breathe slow, smooth, long and deep. Left hand comes back down, right foot comes down, forearms walk to the mat. Pause here with your breath, reclined pigeon. Slowly pressing up, coming into our forearm plank. So let's come into table, come onto our forearms. Make a shape of a number 11 with your forearms. Elbows under your shoulders, and then step back into your plank. Press the heels back. And pause here in your forearm plank for a couple of breaths. Feel the low belly ribs knitting in. Nice and strong here. And then soften the belly, untuck the toes, coming into your Sphinx position. Collarbones are wide. And now we're going to really gently open our shoulders. So allow your forehead to come to the mat and take your arms out in goalpost arms. So right angles out from the shoulder and then up toward your head. We're going to very gently, you can allow your left cheek to rest on the mat or your forehead to rest on the mat. And then take your right foot, right leg, and very gently walk across your left. And allow your body to lean over toward that left shoulder. Arms are coming out straight from the shoulder at shoulder height, and then hands are reaching toward the front of your mat. And just very gently, with your breath, ease your way into the shoulder opening. And coming back to center. Take your right cheek to the mat or your forehead, and then cross the left leg over the right and roll gently over onto your right shoulder. coming back to center. And we'll press our way up. So press the table. Make sure your knees are hip distance apart again. Tuck the toes. And we'll unfold into down dog. So nice inverted V shape. Length from the fingertips all the way to the hips and then down to the heels. Coming to the tiptoes, walk your feet toward your hands at the top of your mat. And then just maybe take hands to opposite elbows and keep your knees bent as much as you need to allow your torso to rest on your knees so that torso, head, and neck are heavy. They're just dangling with gravity here. Maybe a little flowing side to side. Pressing down through the outer soles of your feet, so feeling that widening of your low back. Keeping the knees bent on your next inhale, sweep your arms wide and rise up. Fingers to the sky. And then draw your hands to heart center. Pause with your breath. Release your arms. Check in with your feet. Spread your toes. Make sure your feet are hip distance apart and we'll begin a flow. Inhale, fingers to the sky. Exhale, fold. Length from the fingertips to the hips and then down to the earth. Inhale. Hands come up your shins, just below your knees. Lengthen your back. Exhale, sit your hips down and back. Weight is in your heels. Arms come up by your ears. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up, hands on shins. Exhale, hips down and back, arms by your ears. Inhale, rise. 3 more on your own at your pace without my cues. Next time you find yourself in fierce pose, that seat here in the air, pause here. We'll meet up. Your weight is in your heels. It's like you're sitting on a chair. Your toes can peel up off the earth. And let's take our right hand to our right hip. Left arm crosses the body. And allow ourselves to sink down so that our left elbow comes near our left knee. And then place the palm of the hand, left hand facing up toward the sky. Right hand, palm comes down to meet the left. And rotate the torso just a bit more so that the thumbs are about in the center of your chest. Check in with that left knee to make sure that it's not shifting forward or in. Keep it hip distance apart and back in line with the right. Pause here with your breath. Very intense twist here. Next exhale, release the twist, fold over your legs. And allow the torso again to rest on the thighs. Knees as bent as you need to. Just release. Inhale, halfway up, hands on shins. Exhale, hips down and back. Arms by your ears. Weight is in the heels. This time left arm comes to left hip. Right arm crosses the body and then lower down, hips and arm till your elbow comes about to your knee. Place the palm of your left hand facing the sky. Bring the right hand to meet it and rotate top part of your chest open to the left. Thumbs are about in the middle of the sternum. And just check in with that right knee, making sure it's in alignment with your left and not collapsing. Breathing here. Exhale, release everything to the earth. Fold over your knees. And next inhale, sweep your arms wide, keep your knees bent, rising up. Little flow to get into our next sequence. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, lowering down, hug your elbows in all the way to the earth. Tops of the feet come down, peel your chest up. All the way to down dog. Unfold to down dog. Right foot rises, inhale. Exhale, steps it through to your right hand. Now check in here before you come up. Make sure your feet are hip distance apart and you have a nice stable foundation here. Inhale, arms go back and torso rises. Sweep the arms back. You're in high lunge, so you're high on the ball of the back foot. And then we're going to flow a little bit here with balance. So on your inhale, you sweep the arms forward, shift the weight, and bring the left knee up. Exhale, sweep the arms back. Very slow flow with your breath. Inhale, rise. Exhale, step it back. Inhale, rise. It helps to keep your gaze fixed in one spot. Focus on keeping your breath and movement smooth. Inhale, rise. Exhale. A couple more at your pace without my cues. Next time you find yourself reaching backward, pause there. Maybe chest opens just a little wider, thumbs spiral out, gaze goes up toward the sky. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth, step back into plank. Shifting forward, lowering down, tops of the feet come down, peel the chest up, down dog. Pause for a breath. Next inhale, left foot goes toward the sky. Exhale, step it through to your left hand and check in with your feet. Are they hip distance apart? Do you have a nice foundation here? Inhale, sweep the arms back, torso rises. Next inhale, shift the weight forward, sweep the arm forward, right knee comes up. Exhale, sweep the arms back, high on the ball of the back foot. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, sweeping back. Continue on your own. Nice, slow, controlled movements with your breath. Next time you find yourself reaching back, pause there. Spiral the palms further open, thumbs reaching toward the back. Gaze goes toward the sky. Still high on the ball of the back foot. High lunge, very open heart. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back to plank. And then shift into your down dog. Pause here for a couple of breaths. Inhale, right foot goes toward the sky. Exhale, step it through to the right hand. Look at the back foot and dial the heel down parallel to the back of your mat. Bring the right hand inside your left foot and we're going to make nice big circles with our left arm. So reaching forward, inhale, and up. And then exhale, down, back and down. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back, down. Inhale, once more, forward and up. Exhale, back and down. This time, as your arm sweeps forward and up, allow your torso to follow. Coming into warrior two. Sorry my back is toward you, but we'll do it anyway. So coming into warrior two, just begin strengthening the back engagement. So allow the palms to rotate up toward the sky. Feel the shoulder blades engaging. Feel the biceps engaging. Feel the strength in your arms. And then, keeping that engagement, allow the palms to rotate down. And now we're in a very alert, focused position. Gaze over the front fingertips. Ready for action. Pause with your breath. Fine-tune your focus. Next, exhale, spiral your hands back to the earth. Step your feet back to plank. And then shift into down dog. One more side. Couple of breaths. And we'll lift our left heel to the sky. Step it through to the left hand. Spiral the right heel down parallel to the back of the mat. Bring and we're left fingertips inside the left foot, and we're going to reach our hand forward, up, exhale back and down. 3 big circles. Inhale forward, up, open the chest, back and down. Forward and up, gaze follows, back and down. This time, forward and up, the torso rises with the arm. Coming into our warrior two stance. Palms up, engage the biceps, draw the shoulder blades in toward each other. Feel the strength of your upper body as well as the foundation in your lower body. Feet have equal distribution of weight. You can feel the back sole of the foot. And then rotate the palms down, keeping that engagement in the back body. Gaze over the front fingertips. Just breathe here. Focused, strong, ready for what comes. Next exhale, spiral the hands down to the earth again. Stepping back into plank. Shifting forward, lowering down. Peeling up, tops of the feet come down. Fold back into down dog. And then stepping your way to the top of the mat. Feet toward your hands. Maybe this time when you reach your forward fold, you can take your fingers interlaced behind your heels, folding just a little more deeply. Release head and neck, torso dangle. Keeping the knees bent, sweep the arms wide, rising up, gaze to the sky. Draw the hands to your heart. Release the hands. Spread your toes, get a really nice foundation in your feet, hip distance apart. Set the hips down and back, weight goes into the heels like we did before. And then shift the weight to the left foot. And we're going to bring our right ankle over top of our left knee. And here we pause and we settle in. Keeping the right foot flexed to have strength. And if you're balanced and comfortable here, you can begin walking your hands to your shins, coming a little deeper, pausing and breathing here. And then if you still feel comfortable, you can also work toward fingers to the mat, into that even deeper hip opening. So you choose the space that's right for you and your body today, and you work into that space. With your breath, fix your gaze in front of you, settle and pause, slow your breath. Keep your chest nice and open. Next inhale, take your hands to your hips and rise up, crossing the right leg over the left. Now we're going to fold over our right leg. So hinging at the hips, lengthening torso, we're going to fold over, allowing the hands, fingertips to come to the earth. Bow in. Just breathe nice and slow, smooth, fine breaths. Next inhale, rising back up, hands to the hips, unwind the legs. Set up for the other side. So feet hip distance apart again, spread the toes, get that nice foundation, hands on hips. Sit back in your chair, imaginary chair, and then we'll shift the weight to the right foot and cross the left ankle over the right knee. Flex the left foot and really sit down in those hips. Slowly, maybe working your way down if that's right for your body, keeping your chest wide and open. Very slowly working your way down. Deeper into this hip opening. No matter where you are, breathe slow and smooth, When your breath becomes choppy, that's your signal that maybe you've gone too far. So pause where you should be. Next inhale, hands to hips, lengthening the leg, crossing the left leg over the right, and then folding your torso over the left leg. So crossing your body, fingers to the earth, and then allow the head to bow in. On your next inhale, take your hands to your hips, unwind your legs, rising up. Sweep your arms overhead, gaze toward the sky. Draw your hands back to your heart. Pause for a breath. Release your arms. Let's take our hands to our hips once more, coming onto our tiptoes. Make sure you've got a nice stable foundation, feet hip distance apart. Coming onto your tiptoes, we're going to take this into a squat. So you want a nice stable foundation here. And tiptoes are challenging for me today. So exhale all the way down nice and slow into your squat. Keeping knees hip distance apart as you come down. Nice and controlled. Then allow your hands to come forward. So walk your hands forward, knees come to the earth. And I'm kind of toward the top of my mat, so you might scoot back just a little bit if you're really off your mat. And then keep your toes tucked and allow your hips to sit back onto your heels. So this is a kind of intense toe stretch. If this is uncomfortable, you can always keep your weight more forward, but it's really good for our feet. So spread your toes and allow your body, if it's not too tense, to release into this space. And we'll distract ourselves with a little lateral movement. So reach your right arm up over your head, touch the left arm down, look up. And then coming back to center, reaching up, taking the right arm down, left arm up and over. And then coming back to center, placing your hands in front of you, coming off those toes. Just tap the tops of the feet out a little bit to release that. And then kind of walk yourself back a little bit further so you're in the center of your mat. And we'll take our right knee across our left knee. So cross your legs like you're sitting in a chair cross-legged. And now we're going to bring our bottom down in between our heels. So if this is uncomfortable, reach for a block or a blanket or even just roll the mat a few times behind you so that you can lift your hips up just a bit and make this area, this space, this deep hip opener accessible for you. Our right knee's on top. So we're going to take our right arm up, straight up, and we're going to bring the palm of our right hand, bend the elbow, bring the palm of the right hand to the right between the shoulder blades. We're going to take our left arm out to the left, rotate so that the thumb is down, the palm is back, and then bend the elbow, bring the back of the left hand to the center of your back. So if both of the hands touch and you can bind your fingers, that's great. But if not, just press your hands into your back. Most important here is not what we're doing with our hands in the back, but what we're doing with our shoulder. So that forearm of your right arm, Rest your head into that forearm like it's a headrest in your car. And open the right shoulder. And so we're going to pause here for a couple of breaths in this deep hip and shoulder opening, awesome position. So just allow your breath to guide you in. Unwinding your arms and unwinding your legs in front of you. So lean back, reach your legs forward. We're going to do a little work with reverse table. So plant the fingers toward the body around your hips and plant the feet hip distance apart. And we're going to inhale, press the hips up. So we should be what looks like a table. Please don't let your head drop back. Keep your head and neck in line with your torso here. So active. Exhale, hips come down. Touching lightly. Inhale, rising back up. Exhale, down. Inhale, back up. Exhale, down. Inhale, back up. When we reach to the top this time, just pause, hips up just a little higher, shoulders open just a little further. Breathe. Really engage the low abs to give you strength here, stability here. Draw the inner thighs toward each other energetically. So strengthen those legs. That's to distribute all the action, all the work throughout the body. Exhale, allow the hips to come down. Sweep the legs back, coming back into table. And we're going to take our left leg in front of our right this time. So left knee in front. Spread the feet apart, allow your hips to come down in between, make whatever adjustments you need for your body. So nestle the hips in, make sure you're sitting equally on both sit bones. Left knee is up, so left arm goes up, and we plant the left palm in the center of your back. Right arm goes out, thumb is down, palm is back, placing the back of the right hand in the center of your back. And then again, checking in with that left shoulder, pressing the head into the left forearm, and breathing here to open all the places where we carry stress. Lift the weight of the world from your shoulders. Release the stress from your hips. Prepare for the work that you are here to do, what comes next for you. So your body is energized and functioning well. Unwinding the arms, unwinding the legs, leaning back. Make sure you're at the middle of your mat so you have room to lie down because we're coming down. Using the strength of your core, so plant the soles of the feet on the earth so you have a little bit of grip there, palms up. Using the strength of your core, just allow your body to come to the earth, one vertebra at a time. Nice and slow, core strength here. And when you reach the bottom, allow the palms of the hands to come to the earth. Step the feet wide near the edges of your mat and just allow your knees to windshield wiper from one side to the other. So just a gentle release. Coming to center, hug your knees into your chest. Really curl in. Allow your torso to come back to the earth. Take the hands to the tops of your knees and let's just make some circles with our torso, with our knees. So give the low back a little bit of a massage. Couple of circles in one direction and then take it in the other. And take whatever last movements call to you this morning, whatever your body needs. So maybe it's happy baby, elbows inside of your knees, grasping on the outside of your feet as you press them toward the sky. Or maybe it's just a twist. Whatever calls to you this morning as the last couple of movements. And then when you're ready, let's lengthen our legs, lengthen our arms into a full body stretch, fingers to toes. And then bring the hands to your side. You have a couple of options, many options for Shavasana, so where will you find the most relaxing today? Traditional shape, feet toward the corners of your mat, arms by your side. But you can bend your knees, roll to the side, you can make a diamond shape with your feet. You can sit up in Sukhasana like we began today, whatever is going to give you the most sense of relaxation. So now's your time for your body and mind to process what you have practiced today. Just be, release all the need for doing, thinking, becoming. Just be still. Begin drawing your attention to your breath at the center of your heart. And feel it radiating out through your whole body, bringing nourishment and energy to your fingers and your toes. Small movements, your hands flex and release. Toes point and flex. And then when you're ready, rolling over to one side, making a pillow with your arms for a couple more breaths. Then pressing your way up into a comfortable seat. Sitting nice and tall, shoulders relaxed, sit bones grounded. Spine is long. Pause for a couple more moments with your breath. Next exhale, allow your fingers to touch down beside you on the earth, our foundation, that stable place that we all walk. Inhale, fingers to the sky, gaze goes up. The air we breathe that connects us all. Drawing your hands to heart center, allowing space between your palms for what you want to take away from today's practice into your life off the mat. And we'll seal our practice today with one collective sigh. Full inhale, open mouth exhale. Namaha. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me this morning. Thank you for taking time to take care of yourself. It's a powerful tool. Have a great day.